Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. And that gets things running.
I think the wide players will be very important here, Peter. A lot is going to be asked of them.
Yeah, they've got a fair bit of work to get through.
Yeah, because they're going to have to cover the flanks on their own. They need to push up and establish some menace, some control, press from the front and act like auxiliary wingers, if you will, while also doing a fair bit of defending. And what's more, they're often expected to be the main supply routes in the side.
Joe! Oh! That was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well read, nice interception. That's a sharp pass. Pirlo promptly onto that, and that is that. Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's always hard to gauge the true worth of Jordan Henderson, as he's not the type of player you can measure in terms of goals and assists. He'll be the brains in midfield, trying to provide the creative input for players up front whenever possible.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And the pass is intercepted. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Nicely worked. Diouf. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh, no messing about. It is red. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Great chance here from position A1. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. And it's Neymar. He's having a hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Luis Suarez. And Del Piero! They've scored! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Thailand have fired themselves in front.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
That's a throw. Roberto Carlos. Rafael Varane has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Space for him to turn and look. And it's Henderson. Jordan Henderson. Oh, super ball! Pirlo did well to stay calm there. Now it's Del Piero. Always onto this. Oh, he's burst through. Takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Shapes to shoot! Thailand have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Totti. Now, can he find a finish? And it's been hooked away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. That has ended up in no man's land. Messi. Thailand have a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Tonali. Zola. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Luis Suarez.
That's going in strongly.
And it's Totti, looking for the run. Nunez, and the shot! And again! Well taken goal. And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal. Duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So, your views on the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
Thailand are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
So we're off again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Darwin. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Lahm. Can he get it through? Totti. Now it's Darwin. Messi. Now Tonali. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. Tries a shot! Delicious from Ju! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And now he has two. Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Van der Ven with the clearance. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Neymar. Lahm did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. The ball has bounced loose now, and he's being shifted off it. And this is Del Piero. Now that's well seen too. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Del Piero. Pass somewhat off target. Saliba. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's looking wide.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now this could be a big chance! Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Arsenal with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Looking to play him in. That's a shade optimistic. That'll be a throw-in. Now, can they get him away? Tonali. Jordan Henderson. And this is Totti. Messi has it in a wide position. He's cut it out. And it's Henderson. Neymar. And that's too far for anyone.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 7.
So we have movement on both benches. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly and it needed that.
Number 18, Messi.
Van de Ven.
Coming on the field.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. O'Reilly. That's been cut out, well played. Has a look and plays it forward. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Thailand really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely spread.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
Goes for a shot! Tries to get it clear. Roberto Carlos. Platini looking to be a menace in the final third. He can run onto that. Time is running out here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Trossard, he's got away. Varane clears it away. Makaleli. And he cuts out the supply. Luis Suarez. Nice defending, it's got the job done. 5 minutes left on the clock. Platini. This is a promising build-up. And it's Lahm. Lahm carries the ball down the right. That is a great pick-out.
Thailand really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Platini. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Inzaghi. And it's O'Reilly. Trossard. O'Reilly finding himself in space. Tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos. And that is as much time as there will be. Thailand can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
Looking to play him in. Bergomi gives no quarter whatsoever. Rummenigge. Iniesta. This is a promising build-up. It's Ibrahimovic! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez charging forward, the ball at his feet. Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Thailand with the corner, they're first. Baresi gets it away. Azar. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Pirlo. And it's Rice. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Thailand are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Luis Suarez pinches it off him. And it's Azar. Iniesta can see things others simply cannot. That has not gone well. And here's Ibrahimovic. Rice. And he's managed to get rid. Czech sends that a long way.
Thailand are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Pirlo. Rice. Rice. Great pressure, plenty of it. Messi. And it's Neymar. Stood up well to him there. Rummenigge. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, strongly challenged there. Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he's got away from... It's Luis Suarez! He's got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Big chance! And he thumps it clear. And that's definitely not his best. Knocks it into... Oh, shooting chance! And it's in! Into the lead once more. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Liverpool have their lead. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Rummenigge. Ah, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Look at the space here. Rummenigge! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Thailand have their second corner now. Neymar. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now he's got space here. No way through. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Rice. For Iniesta. Pirlo. Desai. And the referee has blown for half-time. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So off we go again.
Thailand can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Rafael Varane proves too strong, too smart. No, it's come to nothing. Iniesta. He's a sharp little ball here. Decent chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there.
Hazard goes short. And he shoots! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Rummenigge. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Iniesta. Pirlo. Maldini. And it's Pirlo. And it's Ibrahimovic. Rummenigge is onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Pirlo. Thailand really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Well, here's a man adored by many, even Bev. And the shot! Now that looks a decent ball. Shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Liverpool now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and
a chance! And that is quite wonderful! About as smooth as it gets! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And now he has two. Thailand cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense...
Gets his head on it! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Substitution for Thailand. Number
So
8.
we have movement on both benches.
Number 17, Messi.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's been played through. Rumen, and the shot! And he hits the net! So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Substitution for Thailand, number 19.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Seedorf. Thailand will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. He has found the way through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pelé, he's found the way through. And he's heaved it away. Thailand have their third corner. They've played it short. Pulls it back. Pelé! And the keeper's there to save. Thailand awarded another corner. Thailand get their fourth corner. And he's taking no chances there. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Lam. Lam, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Deco is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lam. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Deco. Oh, super! It's Eto'o! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Liverpool palpably stronger, better, superior.
There will be 5 minutes.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Shot could be on, and that's a dangerous ball. He's having a shot! Pelé. Seedorf.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That looks a good ball through. Just the keeper in his way. Shot a goal! Pelé. Platini. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's that. Thailand have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Thailand against Brazil.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Now this man Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the complete package like he does. The perfect blend of power, of pace, and it's no exaggeration to say that he's one of the greatest box-to-box players around.
A real handful by any measurement.
Totally.
Yaya Toure. And Tevez! Oh, the ball, here's a chance! Lacking in accuracy.
Rui Costa clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Tries to play it through. There's the shot! This time, surely! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pirlo, and here's the chance to counter. Now it's Pirlo. Tevez. Roberto Carlos flings in across. Luis Suarez. And this is Tevez! Pirlo.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pele. And it's Tevez. And he's got... It's Roberto Carlos! Off target by a whisker. Threads one in. Messi. Roberto Carlos, aimed at the far side, and that's the keeper's ball. That is good alertness. The message is clear, none shall pass. A probing pass, that's a shade optimistic.
Thailand are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front.
Rummenigge! Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Tevez, who does have an assist to his name. Thuram, looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. Ferdinand. Varane kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Pirlo tries to pass it through. Roberto Carlos looking to add to his goal. 30 minutes gone. Luis Suarez, and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Opts to... He'll try from distance! Brazil with the corner, they're first. Rice plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pele. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he get on the end of this? Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rui Costa is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And they're quick to get it back. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram. Messi. He's free. He has got space. And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Thailand finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Anyone appearing intoxicated?
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. That gets us going once more.
Thailand really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Tevez! Great strike. A test for the keeper.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
And that's another good win of the ball. Tevez. And it's been played through. Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez! It's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Beckenbauer. Thailand have got it back, and they'll have another go. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Brazil appear to be happy to let their front players stay. Shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. And that's another fine save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
And it's been taken short. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Pele. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that is takes a shot! And there's a goal! Right back in the game! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is
big chance! Perilously close. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Pirlo. And he's picked out the run. Pele. Pirlo. Oh, this looks sharp. Tevez. Rui Costa. Oh, good effort. Oh, crossbar. It's Pirlo! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Pirlo certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Punched away. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Suarez. Oh, that is a nice touch. And this is Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Pirlo. Oh, he's got a sign of... He's rising! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Suarez is flagged offside.
Substitution for Thailand. Number
So
17,
changes afoot here, and
Messi.
from both sides.
Number 18, Pele. Number 10.
It's a searching pass.
Number 9.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Number 4, Varane. Coming on the field.
Now it's
Number
Luis Suarez.
22, Platini.
That's positional gold.
Number
The
25.
utilisation.
Shot, surely! He's got a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And yes, it's him again. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Ibrahimovic, shot at goal! That's going to go a long way. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Zola. Lahm finding himself in space. And that has been cleared. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Luis Suarez. Looking for options for movement. Now that's well seen too. Oh, there's a probing ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rice makes the interception. Tevez. Oh, that's a key interception.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on, 4 minutes. Lahm ventures forward. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. Tevez. And that is that. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were At times cohesive, very capable, but undone. Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible. Shot at goal! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Kovacic. Stanisic. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Bruno Fernandes. Pirlo. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Now Platini. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Applies the finish! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Thailand are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Out towards the flank. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. 3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Thuram is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Roberto Carlos. Thailand have scored 2 quick goals here. And it's Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. Oh, what has happened here? Crosses it, he's rising! Against the crossbar! And the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Kramaric can get it clear. But it's Thuram. Platini. Beckenbauer. Incoming delivery. Erlich gets it away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Pirlo has a look and plays it forward. Erlich, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pongracic. Now it's Budimir. He's looking wide. Vardiol. And here's Budimir. And it's Perisic. And here's Kramaric. Now Modric. 15 minutes till half-time. Perisic. And he's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Pirlo. Rummenigge. Stanisic. Now Kramaric. Now it's Budimir. Good ball, good take. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kovacic. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Modric. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now there's a fine ball. Rummenigge! Oh, super goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Thailand are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Pasalic. That's going wide left. No outsmarting him this time. Platini. Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
Minutes has been indicated.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Bruno Fernandes. Pongracic does really well to win the ball there. That's a nicely weighted pass. Chance, surely! And there's a goal! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
This is and that is all they have time for. Well, what a half they've had, cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Thailand enjoying a half which is little short of perfect. The dominant force, the only force in a one-sided contest. And we are back underway. Lam. Beckenbauer is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. To Thuram. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Now this could be a chance. And that should get the job done.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Modric. Now it's Pasalic. Now it's Budimir. Cannavaro. And it's Roberto Carlos. Bruno Fernandes. Pirlo. Now Platini. And he's forced to go back. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Delivered across. Kramaric gets it clear. Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. Shoots! And it's in! How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Pongracic, now he's off and running.
Thailand are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Now it's Pasalic. That's tidy. Now the cross. Roberto Carlos with the clearance. Tries one from range. And that has flown over.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Croatia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Cannavaro. And it's Pirlo. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Ibrahimovic is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to...
It's Ibrahimovic! It's a goal! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Number 20.
Another one! This must be his personal high.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And here's Kramaric. Ibrahimovic, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. All perfectly measured that. Elik. Kovacic. Elik. And Gvardiol. Pasalic. Pirlo. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, denied at the last.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution.
Croatia have opted to make another change here. And he gets rid in a hurry. Lump. Oh, good. Oh, he's hit the bar. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Number 5. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Modric. Modric stood his ground strongly. That's good running with the ball. That's a lovely, neat pass. And the shot! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 5.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Gvardiol.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's fabulous.
Vlasic. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
Vlasic.
And it's Pasalic. Now it's Pasalic. Pirlo. Lahm. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Roberto Carlos! Chance! Stanisic is there, and he can get that clear. Croatia are looking to go forward now. This one, decent chance! Keeper's dealt with that. Croatia have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Vlasic. Now it's Pasalic. Vlasic finding himself in space. Bruno Fernandes, who is rarely short on confidence. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, it's Ibrahimovic! And no mistake! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And he's picked it up out wide. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Ibrahimovic. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt. Oh, good effort! Oh, crossbar! But he's left disappointed.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
Dorgu. And this is Ibrahimovic. Stood up well to him there. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, it's hard to look past this guy, Rasmus Højlund. OK, he's landed on the biggest stage right now, but there are an awful lot of aspects of his game that need improving, and I think we've seen that. Yes, he's got the basics, they're all in place, but he has a lot of hard work to put in now before he can emerge as the striker everybody would like.
Rummenigge! Oh, that is outstanding! About as smooth as it gets. You just know there is no stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
For Thailand, after 12 minutes is
Denmark finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's destined for the flank. Played back into the centre. Mela. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And it's Eriksson. And here's Højlund. Knocks it out wide. Oh, super ball. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Drills one in. He's having a shot! And again! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Højlund clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Roberto Carlos. That has been slung wide. He has found the way through. Swings, impressive jump. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He shifted it to the flank. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Thuram is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Plays a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! Oh, and it's come back out to him. And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Pirlo. Platini quietly revving up. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos making good progress. Oh, that's fabulous. And he whips, getting up there! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Tries to get it clear. Denmark have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Eriksson. Dorgu. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he welcomes it in. Picked out brilliantly. It's Ibrahimovic! And that has been cleared. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now the cross. Terrific effort! Not a bad try by any means.
Rummenigge certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Christensen coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Now it's Højlund. Isaacson is in a really good position out wide. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Pirlo. Platini. Lahm. Showing good feet. Delivered it. Rummenigge! Oh, good stop by the keeper. That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now they can spring out of defence. Mela.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Michel Platini.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
A case now of complete control. Højlund. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Thailand, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. The second period is underway. That's going wide left. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, the ball's run loose here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Thailand needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Pass is just off target. Beckenbauer. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. The ball goes, he's rising! Oh, he's chance for a shot! (3-0) the score, and very little to suggest that much is going to change. Now it's Isaacson. Now he's got space here.
Højlund really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Platini, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Bruno Fernandes. Pirlo tries to pass it through, and that was asking for too much. He's picked his way through. He is just caressing the ball. Roberto Carlos. That is lovely. Chance to deliver.
Well played and well cleared.
Tries a deft little ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ibrahimovic being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Knocks it into space. Rummenigge! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. And he welcomes it in. He is through here. And the finish! Oh, extraordinary.
Spirited, to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Substitution for Denmark, number 8.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Searching pass he's played there.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Højlund. That's going to go a long way. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. "75 minutes played. Eriksson. Lovely feet. And he's cut it out. Roberto Carlos. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Beckenbauer. And it's Michel Platini. And it's Lahm. Now Platini. He's found space here. And claimed it back swiftly. And he's heaved it away. And he skips past his man. Tries a shot! And he hits the net. They will take that. They are absolutely ripping it up. So smooth. A signature finish.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Denmark are making a change now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Anderson promptly onto that, and that is that. It's a throw-in. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Beckenbauer, Cannavaro. Lahm. And it's Pirlo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pirlo. It's Roberto Carlos. Pirlo. For Lahm. And here's Platini.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Ibrahimovic. And the shot! Keeper always had the measure of that. Cleared away. Højlund. And they win it back again. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's a searching pass. He's in plenty of space here. Makalele makes the interception. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I quite like the look of this boy, Ito, because he's solid, versatile, he's capable of playing in multiple positions in defence, and he's got a lovely passing range with a cracking left foot, so he's well suited to possession football, and his confidence and technique on the ball make him ideal for this sort of game.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Makalele. And this is Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Mateus. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. That's a decent clearance.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to pass it through. There's the... Oh, good climb! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Here's Ito. And it's Ibrahimovic. Makalele. He is just caressing the ball. Mateus! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
This looks promising. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Doan. Bruno Fernandes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Rummenigge gets into a good position. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Tanaka. He's had it taken off him. And here's Ibrahimovic. Beckenbauer. Tanaka. Now it's Doan.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
It's a promising position, delivered in. Lahm. Makalele can so cleverly bypass the press. 15 minutes till half-time. Bruno Fernandes. Rummenigge. Doan. Ito. Tanaka. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Kubo. Well seen, saw that coming. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Now, can they get him away? And that's aimed into the middle.
Eintracht Frankfurt really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
He's having a hit! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time! A finish right from the top draw! And there's the goal they've been looking for. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Nicely weighted ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's in a good position here. Matthäus. Beckenbauer. Well, there's a probing ball. He's in a great position here. That's been slipped through, and he was quick to react. Tomiyasu. And it's Tomiyasu. It's Doan.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, good read. That's the end of the first 45. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
CCTV is now in operation.
Eintracht Frankfurt firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
And we get things going again. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. That ball looks a good one. Rummenigge. Decent chance! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And yes, it's him again. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, they've got it again. Oh, he's been flattened there. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Ito. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Chips it through. That has ended up in no man's land. Endo. That's a good ball out wide.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And here's Kubo. And it's made its way to him. Chance for a shot! Goal! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will, and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Mateus, a picture of focus and alertness. He's through here. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
The goal scorer for Frankfurt after 61 minutes is number 11, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
So now the difference is 3. Ito. Thuram cuts it out. Beckenbauer is always looking to break lines. Mateus. That ball looks a good one. Shot could be on. And the shot! Oh, wow! That's crazy! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
After 64 minutes.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Eintracht Frankfurt are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't...
It's Ibrahimovic! He's got a goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Eintracht Frankfurt are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Ito. Bruno Fernandes. Rummenigge. It's Doan. Thuram. Marquez. Bruno Fernandes. Looking to play him in. He's picked his way through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Mateus powering forward here. That's a lovely pass. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Doan. Good ball, good take. Oh, Church, surely! Looking for... And again! And he's heaved it away.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He leaps for it! Oh, denied at the last. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Beckenbauer pinches it off him. Looking tidy in possession here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Endo calmly anticipates. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's beaten the last man! Marquez is there, and he can get that clear. He's on it, can he get away? He's had a shot! And he couldn't keep it down. Marquez. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Time added on, 4 minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that looks a decent ball. Drives it in. Terrific effort! And that is as far as it goes. Eintracht Frankfurt really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Rummenigge collecting the match ball, and it is his. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, thanks to Jim, we both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Croatia. And that gets things running. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be very defensive if that midfield is in place purely to form a protective layer in front of the back four. But it can also be the launchpad to very quick counter-attacks. If you can offer pace and accuracy on the front foot, it can have a devastating effect, actually, at the offensive end of the pitch too.
Rafael Varane making himself the star of this show. Hard to believe. And there's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Impressive jump. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Kovacic. Rummenigge. That has not gone well. Spread to the right. Can he spark a counter here? Great defending, strong and determined. Rummenigge. And it's Makalele. And here's Ibrahimovic. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Modric is fouled. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Clipped into space. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So, a breakthrough already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Lahm. Makalele. For Marquez. Eintracht Frankfurt already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that pass isn't the best. Beckenbauer is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. for it. No, he didn't quite meet it right. Pasalic. And it's Perisic. Lahm promptly onto that, and that is that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bruno Fernandes, a player who needs no introduction. Mateus. He's having a shot! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
They get a throw in. Now it's Kramaric. And it's Kovacic. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Makaleli. Ibrahimovic. Played with finesse. Rummenigge. Modric. Half an hour played now. And a real chance! Yes! They are purring, truly purring. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Number 11.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Eintracht Frankfurt find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Eintracht Frankfurt have scored two quick goals here. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! He lifts the roof! Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Eintracht Frankfurt are having a ball here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Shoots! Goal! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And now he has two.
After 37 minutes is number 13. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pasalic. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Lahm did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bruno Fernandes, who can single-handedly make a difference. Pasalic. Back towards the middle.
There will be 3 minutes
Perisic.
added time.
Marquez does well not to be outdone there. Mateus. Makaleli. And it's Makaleli. Played backwards here.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
That's a delicate pass. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's
Hello,
thoroughly
everybody,
deserved,
and
Peter.
please
They've
join me
been
in
quicker
wishing
to
a
pretty much
happy
everything so
wedding
far.
anniversary
The
for one
only
of our
thing
fan club
you've got to
members.
wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Eintracht Frankfurt look as though they have this game won. They've been firing and scoring at will.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
And we get things going again. Beckenbauer, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus, this is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Marquez. Thuram is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. All played for Marquez. And it's Ibrahimovic. Bruno Fernandes has created one goal already. Lahm is wide and looking to get onto this. Ehrlich with the clearance. And he shoots! And that's a good finish. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Number 11.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Modric. Vardiol. Defending was strong and firm. Makaleli. That's a good ball. Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Crosses it in here. Rummenigge finds himself offside. Engages and forces him off the ball.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Kramaric. And it's Perisic.
The attendance for this match
Almost
was
an hour gone.
29,514.
Thuram, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Lahm. Rummenigge under intense pressure.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get...
Shot, surely! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Substitution for Croatia, number 11, Budimir. Coming on to replace him is number 26.
Lahm is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
That is ended up in no man's land. Ibrahimovic, and this is Ibrahimovic. Vardiol, Perisic, Mateus, Thuram, Rafael Varane, to Lahm. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pongracic gets across to intercept that. And this is Ibrahimovic. Played out towards the right wing. Quick look, then plays it in.
That's good defensive concentration.
Throw in. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
That has been slung wide. And it's made its way to him. He might be in here. This looks promising. Swings in across. Lahm. Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Marquez. But it's Thuram. Rafael Varane has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Thuram. Beckenbauer. Pongracic spots it and intercepts. That's an imaginative pass. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's had a shot! Spread out to the left. And it's Bruno Fernandes. He's going for goal! Brilliant from Beckenbauer! He's got himself an absolute peach. Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Number 5, Beckenbauer.
Pongracic and Gvardiol. Vlasic. Gvardiol. Now it's Vlasic. Tries to pass it through. Bruno Fernandes can see things others simply cannot. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Rummenigge. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Lahm. Nice bit of trickery. Makalele picks it up out wide. Oh, great leap! No, he can't turn it in. And that'll be the end of that. Eintracht Frankfurt pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Ibrahimovic walking off with the spoils, richly deserved. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Eintracht Frankfurt definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running then. Mateus has fallen kindly here, and he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Thuram gets a foot in here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rummenigge. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Linton. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes. That's a shade optimistic. Rafael Varane. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here. Pulls it back. And he's there to clear it. Neymar. João Pedro. Ederson. And it's Alexandro. It's an inviting looking ball, that. For Alexandro. Quarter of an hour played. Mateus, good driving run. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, shooting chance! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Bruno Guimaraes. Linton. Rafael Varane. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Makalele. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Linton goes looking wide. Alexandro. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, they can break here. Bruno Fernandes. Rummenigge. Shot at goal! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And it's Linton. Beckenbauer.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Eintracht Frankfurt have hit a quick-fire double here. And he can thump it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. Neymar. Thuram gets it clear.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Bruno Fernandes! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Eintracht Frankfurt are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
He's being urged to shoot. Not the most accurate pass. Great chance! Crossbar comes to the rescue. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Rafinha. Alexandro. And it's Linton. Foot in. Ederson really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Ederson. And it's Alexandro. Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh my word, that is quite something! About as smooth as it gets. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Brazil get their goal. A bit of respectability restored. Nice-looking ball. Rummenigge picks it up out wide. And it's made its way to him. And the shot! It's in! They are playing them off the park. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 9.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes.
And that is indeed the final act. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Eintracht Frankfurt have been simply outstanding in the first half. There doesn't seem to be a single weakness in their team, and should that not change, they could go big from here.
Eintracht Frankfurt are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. So right back into the action. He's a sharp little ball here. Now this could be a chance. Thinks about the shot. Shot, surely! And he's stuck it away. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Well, they may be down, but they're in no mood to go quietly. Rafinha. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's João Pedro. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Alexandro.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's been caught napping. Makaleli. He shifted it to the flank. Alexandro has it out wide and in space. Very nicely done. Rafinha. Rafinha puts a cross in. Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. It's a really well-measured ball. Makaleli. Beckenbauer. Nicely weighted ball.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Now it's Neymar. Beckenbauer. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lam. Makaleli. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mateus threads one in. Tries a shot! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Rafinha has created one goal already. Marquez. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Bruno Guimaraes. And Neymar. Oh, good spread. Great vision. Now it's Joe Linton. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mateus. He's on it, can he get away? He's having a pop! And that tested the keeper.
Rummenigge probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Lahm spots it and intercepts. Bruno Fernandes currently being consciously targeted. But can he finish? Well taken goal. Just cruising. They are cruising. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And now he has two. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Mateus. Makaleli. Mateus. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Makaleli. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for the run. Rummenigge, and he's managed to get free. That's going to go a long way. Mateus. Nicely aimed pass. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he can clear it away. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And that's that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Número 11.
Mexico are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Eintracht Frankfurt leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Tries to play it through. Ibrahimovic unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mateus, Rummenigge. And it's Ibrahimovic! And that's a tidy finish. They are purring, truly purring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Eintracht Frankfurt are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Goes down, but nothing given. Eintracht Frankfurt have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Mateus conjures time and space where few can. Beckenbauer. Rummenigge. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
This looks promising. And it's Makalele. Tries to pass it. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Makalele. Mateus. Bruno Fernandes. A player so decent chance! And he should have made it 4.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Great defending, strong and determined. And that's played in low. Mexico are looking to go forward now. Oh, good spread.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a goal kick. Beckenbauer is the team's great visionary. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Bruno Fernandes. He is through here.
Oh, really well played.
Shot. Ibrahimovic! Well taken goal. Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Makalele providing an outlet. Impressive jump! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Eintracht Frankfurt are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Mateus. Bruno Fernandes, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Rummenigge. He's having a pop! Rummenigge! Truly a man who will pass the test of time! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And they're threatening to fly away here.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Rummenigge and Mateus. And it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, and the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Eintracht Frankfurt looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Pinches it off him. Beckenbauer. And it's Makalele. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Beckenbauer, Lahm, Marquez, to Thuram, Mateus, a picture of focus and alertness. Oh, that's fabulous. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rummenigge. Bruno Fernandes. Mateus. That's destined for the flank. It's a promising position. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Nicely weighted ball. Makalele. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Played out to the left flank. And he's picked it up out wide. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Spread it left. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Spread out to the left. Bruno Fernandes. Varane. Now that looks a decent ball. Rafael Varane is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now this could be a chance. Looking for the run. Crosses it in. Casillas deals with that nice and simple. Not the most convincing of passes. Not the most accurate pass. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Entrará al campo, número 17.
Marquez. And it's Varane. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. Ibrahimovic being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Over to the right flank. Rummenigge. Beckenbauer. Makalele. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. Oh, bullish header! It's hit the upright. Good ball, good take. Oh, that is a nice touch. Lahm gets over and intercepts. Beckenbauer. And this is Ibrahimovic. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Some resolute defending there. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! And that's a good finish. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Número 13.
Mexico have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Look at the space here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. What a throw in. Can he get it through? It's a promising position.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo
Makalele
reglamentario.
simply refused to be outdone there. Rafael Varane. Eintracht Frankfurt do have a chance to counter here. It's not an especially good pass, that.
They've been denied a chance to develop.
That's that, the end. Eintracht Frankfurt can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Ibrahimovic, very much the man of the moment. His boots at their twinkling best. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Eintracht Frankfurt definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.